What's up, guys? How you doing? It's Rick all day, every single day. That is my nickname, my username in Instagram. Follow me at rickallday.ft. Alright, so I'm doing this great video that I've been kind of posting about. I talk about this with my clients all the time, is the concept of opportunity cost. Most people that know me understand that I have a background in economics and of course psychology. I like to study mass media, mass behavior, basically the psychology of masses and also the psychology of individuals, which obviously if you can correlate them and put them together, we have an understanding of how we can change behavior for masses and also individuals. So one of the biggest topics that I always like to talk about with my clients, and I always have them kind of curious to ask me questions on it, is the concept of opportunity cost. Because opportunity cost is basically the idea of how we perceive value within trade-offs. Now, one of the biggest problems we have with opportunity cost is not understanding that we do have opportunity cost. Everything that you do has a cost, whether it's a monetary cost, a social cost, a family cost, a health cost, materialistic cost. It has a real cost, okay, a tangible one. The idea is, how do you audit your life enough to your behavior to understand what cost, what are you paying for that, okay? So when you want to apply opportunity cost to your life, first you want to understand that opportunity cost is going to be a function of trade-offs, right? So alright, it's a trade-off. So that's very important to understand. Every time you do something, you give up something. We understand that. Most people know that. When you get something, you give something. So whenever you audit your opportunity cost, you have to think about what is it that you're trying to accomplish in your life, what is it that you're trying to get to, and what is it that you got to give up, or what things are you doing now that you might want to give up because the trade-off is better, okay? So one of the best examples that I give my clients, all right, so the first thing is trade-off. The second thing is you want to audit your life, of course, audit yourself, audit what you're doing, audit your day, audit your hours, audit everything, audit your friends, audit your money, all those things. So when we think about opportunity cost, to give an example is, and this is one of the ones that most people relate to, is think about the time you spend, for instance, watching shows in Hulu and Netflix. Things like Game of Thrones, things like House of Cards, things like the new one, Full House or whatever. And think about the time you spend watching those things and what you could have used that time for, and see if the real value, the net value, was better, either watching those things that entertain you or doing something else that can be a better trade-off for your life. So to give an example of that, let's think about this. So you have Netflix, right? You have Netflix. And then let's say in Netflix you spent last year you spent 50 hours watching, versus let's say working out. Sorry for my board. Working out. What a bad handwriting. Sorry about that. Alright, so let's say you spent 50 hours watching Netflix. What if you would have spent, so when you talk about opportunity cost, is what if you would have spent those 50 hours of watching Netflix? What if you would have spent that time working out? Right? That would have been your trade-off. So if you would have spent those 50 hours watching Netflix, watching those shows, what did you learn out of it? Did you get any new skill? Did you learn any new skill? Most likely the answer is no. Did you get healthier? The answer is no. Did you increase your salary? Did you increase the money you made? Most likely is no. Did you get better social interaction by watching these shows? Most likely the answer is no. Are you getting paid to watch Netflix? 90% of you, the answer is no. All right? So now let's change that to working out, right? If we change the opportunity cost of working out, did you get healthier? Probably the answer is yes, right? Did you became more socially adaptable? The answer would be yes. Did it increase your salary or wage? Well, maybe it could have, because working out makes you feel better. You have more energy. Maybe you have more output in production in your work. Maybe you have better cognitive function. Maybe you're more hyper aware. So the answer could be yes, right? So the idea of auditing your life and what you do is looking at the things that you do that have a very low opportunity cost. And if you find out that whatever you're doing and you audit those hours and you transfer them into something else, I'm giving an example right now of working out, but there's many examples. It could be any other activity, right? And if you audit those hours that are real, because we only have a certain amount of hours that we can live, and you transfer them to a better opportunity cost, then you might be able to optimize your lifestyle. You'll be able to optimize your life. Okay? A lot of times I talk to my clients about the concept of also social interaction, right? A lot of times when we socialize, when we have our groups that we go out with, we have our happy hours, we have our parties, we have our get-togethers. Sometimes we don't audit those groups enough, and we don't realize that sometimes those groups are the ones that keeps us away from reaching our goal. So let's say you hang out with your friends, but every time you hang out with your friends, you eat bad, right? You drink, right? You do small talk. You don't learn anything. There's not a real conversation. You're not really engaging in things that you can get smarter or better. You're not networking. You're not meeting people that can probably help you in your process of getting a better job or a better opportunity. So if you understand that sometimes your social groups are keeping you away from a better trade-off, then it's time to audit those groups and separate them. I think about this subject a lot. Think about popularity today. Like, I give an example of, think of DJ Khaled, right? DJ Khaled is a celebrity. He does a lot of social media, but all of the friends that he has, all of his social group, makes him a lot of money. Every time he hangs around Justin Bieber, he's making money. Every time he hangs around Jay-Z, he's making money. Every time he goes and visits somebody and they Snapchat and they're spending social time, he's making money. Every time he's with P. Diddy, socializing and drinking, and although it's not the best thing to do, he's making money. So his opportunity cost is very good. He's having fun. He's optimizing his fun. He's optimizing his social life, and he's optimizing his income. Most of us are doing the whole opposite. We're working so hard to get our jobs better, our health better, but then we have a really bad and low trade-off when it comes to our social life and our entertainment. Like, for instance, for me, one of the things that I audited for myself was I stopped watching mass media, and I started listening more to podcasts of individuals that have an unbiased effect to the news. I stopped reading magazines on, sports and cars. I started reading books, right? I stopped watching Netflix, right? And I started watching more documentaries. I started listening to, or I started watching more nonfiction movies, so I can learn a little bit from that. And those little changes allow me to have a better opportunity cost of my time. And that is really some of the things that you have to audit for yourself, because your hours are limited. Your time is limited. We all have 24 hours a day. And to be optimal means to get the things you want in a shorter period of time. And most of you are extending that time just because you're not understanding your opportunity cost. So this video is all about, number 1, audit yourself. Number 2, become self-aware. Number 3, make a list of the things that you want to accomplish, and then understand the trade-offs that you have. And every single day, give a value to your trade-off. So for instance, if tomorrow somebody invites you to do something, give it a value from a 1 to 10. Is that going to help me with my job, with my health, with my wealth, with my fulfillment? If the answer is from a 1 to 10 is a 5, then if you have an opportunity cost that's better, if you have another event where you might learn something, you might get healthier, you might get smarter, then you rate it at a 7, then you make that decision to go for the 7. It's a very easy decision. It doesn't mean you're gonna have to let go of your friends, your family, obviously your social life, or every decision has to be quantified. It just means you're gonna be more optimal to your trade-offs, and you're gonna be more optimal to your opportunity cost. Okay, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I'm gonna start doing more of these short videos. This is Rick, allday.ft. I'm so happy to connect with my community, give you guys some insight, and I hope you guys share this video and it helps you optimize yourself.